Hola, hola, hola. What's going on? What's going on? What's going on? Happy Thursday, everybody. It's your boy Sid coming to you live here from Tampa in the lab. And I wanted to pop in here on this video. I haven't been live here in about a week or so. So super duper shout out to my Facebook fam. Shout out to my YouTube family. Shout out to my Instagram family, blogging, shared, wherever you might see this video. I appreciate you taking a few minutes to check this video out. Now, I actually wanted to have a transparent moment on this video. And I wanted to have a transparent moment for a few reasons. You know, inside of this industry of direct sales, network marketing, internet marketing, there's a lot of people that are very blah these days that aren't transparent, that really don't talk about where they came from, really don't talk about the real story. And a lot of people tend to see the success after the fact. They don't know what happened before the fact. So today I want to talk about what happened before the fact and how it actually benefited me, because there might be someone that's out there that has a story that they've been keeping to themselves, that they literally have been keeping to themselves, that could change somebody else's life. So we're going to have a little fun today. So stand by.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Now, customers are the backbone of any and all businesses. If we want to get more customers, we've got to seduce you all.
You've got to progress. If you want to attract bigger people in your life, then you've got to become a bigger person. You've got to become better at your skill sets. You've got to immerse yourself into personal development. You've got to find a mentor. You've got to find one or two people that have the results that you want.
So the day that my life actually changed in network marketing was literally 2009, 2010. And my first introduction to this industry was actually 1999. But my life changed dramatically 2009, 2010, when I actually attended an event called Breakthroughs to Success. And this was conducted by a friend of mine by the name of Jeffrey Combs. Some of you might remember Jeffrey from back in the day, and him and I used to travel together and do different events together. And this particular event, there was about 50 plus people at this event. And it was almost like a Narcotics Anonymous meeting for network marketers and entrepreneurs. You know, people that were literally just pouring out their hearts and talking about things in their past and all these different things. And, you know, Jeffrey called me to the front of the room and he said, "Sid, tell everybody your story." Well, the story that I've been using up until that time was the fact that, you know, I was a loan officer in the mortgage industry in 2001. And, you know, my first year in 2001, I made like 65,000. My second year, you know, I made like 350,000 as a manager. And my third year, I made $2.1 million. In 2003, I was 27 years old. I became a millionaire. I was 27. I thought the sky was going to part. Like, that was the story that I was telling everybody up until that point, right? And as I started telling the story, yeah, I was in the mortgage industry, this, that, blah, blah, blah. Jeffrey said, "No, stop, Sid, tell him the story." I was in the mortgage industry, and, you know, and I did this in the mortgage industry. No, Sid, stop. Tell him the real story. Tell him about the drugs. Tell him about going to jail. Tell him about the boot camp program. Tell him about being in the streets. Tell him about being shot at. Tell him about doing all the crazy stuff that you did growing up. And I'm like, bro, like you like dry snitching on me in front of everybody. Like, why are you doing that? Tell him the story, Sid. So for the next 20 minutes, I told everybody the story. And as I started telling people the story, I was seeing people looking at me differently. And I didn't know what the reaction was going to be. But later on at dinner that night, when we all got together, the interactions was really, really cool. And over the next 2 weeks, out of that whole group, 22 people joined my business. 22 people joined my business. And I had no idea why. I'm like, why are these people joining my business? Like, I didn't even pitch my business there. Why are they tracking me down? What is this attraction marketing thing kicking in so hard now? And I picked up the phone and I called up Jeffrey and I said, "Hey, Jeff, why are all these people joining me?" And he was like, "Sid, because you were transparent, because you actually told the real story. You told the real story, Sid. Nobody wants to hear success from success." One of the reasons why Rocky was such a good movie because it's a great comeback story. And people love a great comeback story. That's why they actually joined Sid. And I said, well, that's interesting. So I started constantly using the story and telling more people about it and more people about it and more people about it, and kind of opened up more doors and more doors and more doors. And I realized that I could be transparent in this world. I realized that I can actually help other people become even more transparent based upon what happened in their background. Because back when I caught my 3 felonies in December of 1993, possession of cocaine with intent to distribute, and possession of a firearm while in possession of cocaine, facing 10 years in the penitentiary. When I caught those 3 felonies, I thought my life was over. And I had no idea that that stop sign that I ran was literally the stop sign that I needed to run. You know, I didn't realize until 9 years later what God was actually doing. My best friend, Lord rest his soul, that was in the car with me that same day I got arrested, he's no longer here with us for the same reasons why I went to jail, the drug game. I realized that, you know what? There's a higher purpose, right? There's a different purpose for me. But I also realized that I needed to use that story to be able to help other people. You know, the day my dad called me up, because I told my dad, I said, Dad, I need to get the mug shot. I need you to go down to the city and get my mug shot, because when I got arrested, it was before the internet, and all my charges and stuff is I don't have access to them online. So I need you to go down to the sheriff's department and actually get my mug shot. And when my dad was down there, he was talking to a young lady that was there, and he told him why he wanted the mug shot of me. And he showed the video to her that I'm going to show you guys here. And after he showed the video, she said, can you call your son? And she got me on the phone and called me. And I said, hey, how you doing? You know, she was like, listen, I'm in charge of this department, this department, this department, and this department over here. And I love your story. And I think that there's a lot of felons. There's a lot of felons that come from the same place that you come from that you can actually help. Would you be willing to speak to them? Would you be willing to come and do different speaking engagements for these people? And I'm like, would I? Would I? That's what I was born to do. Like, that's the door that's opening that I'm looking for. And what's crazy is that past couple of days have been interesting in my life. And, you know, most people don't realize that when God closes one door, especially when you pay attention, when God closes one door, there's 10 more doors that are open. But you can never see those 10 more doors unless one of that door that you are in, that door that you got 1 foot in and 1 foot out, you can never see those other 10 doors until that door is shut. If that door isn't shut, you will never see those other 10 doors. So about a month and a half ago, I had a really, really good friend of mine that does post-production for Netflix, and he does post-production for Amazon Prime, and he's actually helped with some movies on Amazon Prime, as well as Netflix, that some of these movies you actually know of. He's done videos for different rappers that are out there. He actually came to my home a couple of months ago and stayed with me for a couple of days, him and his crew, and we did some content, and we created this content to help me with an upcoming book that I have coming out. Not going to talk about the name of the book right now, because I don't want anybody to try to go steal my idea, even though I already locked down the domains and all that stuff. But I got a book that's going to be coming out, as well as I've got some coaching that I'm going to be doing, some different things, because we want to go to different levels, right? So I'm going to share with you guys a snapshot of this particular video. Hope you enjoy it. It's only 3 minutes long, 3.5 minutes long. And I think you might like it. For those people that are like English majors, there's like one misspelling in the video. We know it. Please don't inbox me and say, hey, Sid, there's a misspelling in it. We know that already. I'm only showing you the rough draft of it. We've got a better version that's actually being edited out right now, but Because of some of the feedback that I got from some people, and some people say you should share that video. I'm actually going to share it. So let me hit this button here, and we're going to share the video. We grew up in this environment where all we knew was selling drugs. I made a left, he made a left. I made a right, he made a right. I made a left, he made a left. I got paranoid and I ran a stop sign, not looking. Probable cause. Possession of cocaine with intent to distribute, and possession of a firearm while in possession of cocaine. I was actually facing 10 years in the penitentiary when I was 18 years old. I literally thought my life was ending. And I didn't realize until 9 years later, when I made my first $1 million, that my life was actually beginning. Growing up where I grew up at, my mom was in the insurance business. My dad was a butcher at a grocery store. There wasn't really a lot of money in the household. When I started off in the game, quote unquote, I was 15 years old, and I was making probably about $100 a day selling candy. Whether it was selling cars or selling credit card processing or selling drugs or selling something, I was always selling something with the mentality of, I don't sell, I don't eat.
Welcome to Mr. Cedric Harris.
So how many of y'all in here want to learn how to make more money?
Network Marketing Moguls. Today I have with me Cedric Harris. I'm so proud to have Cedric here.
My name is Eric Worre, and today I'm here with Cedric Harris. Cedric.
I grew up in the environment where we knew how to flip things. I always say around pharmaceutical salespeople because we were out there selling things that we had no business selling. I'll never forget making that phone call to my parents, telling them, hey, I'm in jail, I need you to bond me out. And my dad asked me, how much is your bond? And I said, it's $50,000. He says, I don't have $50,000, you're staying. You shouldn't have got caught. So I spent some time in jail, and it was a life-changing moment, and the judge saw something in me, and he decided to put 10 years over my head and sent me to a boot camp program. I came home and I tried to get a job everywhere, and nobody didn't want to hire me because I was a 3-time felon. I was lucky enough to answer an ad in the Richmond Times-Dispatch. I never forget it. It said that this would be the last job that you would ever take in your life. And I was like, yeah, right. And when I was being interviewed, he told me that it was 100% commission. If you don't sell, you don't eat. I got excited because I knew how to sell, and I was, ready for the challenge. I didn't want to go back to jail. I had 10 years over my head. Being that we could do it in the streets and sell certain things, I said, well, why don't we take that skill set and use it legally? And that's exactly what we did. That's the beauty of direct sales. That's the beauty of this industry. It doesn't matter if you're from jail or if you're from Yale. Anybody can come in and change their life. Is it going to take some work? Yes. Does it take some tenacity? Yes. Are there going to be some long nights? Yes. Are there going to be some people that are going to drive you nuttier than a fruitcake? Yes. But is it worth it? 100%. So maybe, just maybe, maybe you, maybe someone that you know has been through some things in your life, right, that maybe you haven't shared with people, right? And maybe there's some leaders that are out there that aren't really like super transparent with where they come from, who they really are. But I'm here to tell each and every one of you that your past does not have to determine who you become. Your past does not have to determine your today. In most cases, for a lot of us, our past actually built us. Our past actually made us. If I literally, if I could go back to 1993 and not run that stop sign, I wouldn't rewind it for numerous reasons. Because number one, I only had one destination. maybe 2, maybe 3. Being in jail for the rest of my life, being in the graveyard, or being shot or paralyzed. Those were my 3 destinations. I don't know of any successful drug dealers that actually got out the game skin-free, scotch-free. Like, I don't know of any. And at the end of the day, I think you got to also look at, from where I come from anyway, selling drugs was network marketing. They said, how did you become like a top earner in so many different companies? Like, whether it was selling milkshakes or selling skincare or selling gold and silver coins or selling travel or selling crypto or whatever, like how did you do that? It was based upon how I grew up, because selling drugs is network marketing, and network marketing is selling drugs. Like, if you start to really think about it, like, you get a pack. I mean, let me school y'all on this. You buy something from a distributor. Isn't that interesting? Don't we do that inside of network marketing? Then you get that pack and you break it down. Don't we do that in network marketing? And then as you get bigger, you start to have other people selling packs. Don't we do that in network marketing? And then the more people that are selling packs, the more money that you make. So when people ask me, how did I become successful in network marketing? I say, because I know how to sell drugs. I don't sell them anymore, and I'm not afraid to talk about it. I'm past the statute of limitations now. It's all Gucci. You know, we got our rights back a couple of years ago. Now we can vote. Now we can carry firearms. Now we can go through all that after thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars. You know, record didn't get expunged. It was still on my record, but I can vote now. I can be a notary now. I don't have to walk around with slingshots. Well, let me stop right there. We still got certain tendencies that we just don't talk about certain stuff. But I only say all this stuff to say, I don't care what your past is. It doesn't matter what your past is. What matters is, how bad do you want something right now? How bad do you want it right now? Or are you going to keep on blaming how you grew up? You're going to keep on blaming your mama for being a drunk or alcoholic, your dad for beating you all the time, the environment that you grew up in, the foster home system, the having a child at an early age, all these different things. Are you going to keep blaming those things? Or are you going to look at your life a little bit differently? Are you going to look at it and say, I went through this process at a young age, and now that I'm in my late 30s or I'm in my late 40s, I'm going to live and try to make up for those years that I lost when I was 13, 14, 15, 16, 18 years old. You can't make those years up. If you're 41, 42, 43, 45 years old, be 43, 44, 45, 46, 50 years old. Act like you're 43, 45, 46, 50 years old. Act like that. Don't act like you're 15. Don't act like I gotta make up this time. I had this child at a young age and now I gotta do stupid shit now because I missed this. Oh, I was locked up for so long, now I gotta do stupid shit now because I gotta do this. Oh, my dad did this, my mom did this, my foster home did this, blah, blah, blah. No. You live in a different time where there's no reason to be broke. There's no reason to be broke. None, zero. There's literally no reason. You can make money on TikTok, you can make money on Instagram, you can make money on Facebook, you can make money on YouTube, you can make money in a home-based business arena, you can make money through internet marketing, you can make money selling stuff on the street that's legal. You can make money so many different ways right now. So if you aren't making the money that you want to be making right now, it's nobody else's fault but your own. If you do not have the numbers in your bank account that you want right now, it's nobody else's fault but your own. So once you start to accept that, you'd be surprised what happens. And I'm gonna end it with this. Once you realize that God has a whole lot more doors for you, you won't harbor on the past, you won't marinate on the past, you won't marinate on the previous job, you won't marinate on the previous business, you won't marinate on the previous relationship, you won't marinate on the previous nothing. You won't marinate on the previous nothing. What you would realize is that, you know what? This one door shut, there's 10 more right there. Look at that. But I can't see those 10 doors if I still got my foot in that one door. Because sometimes sometimes a door has to be completely 100% shut for you to see what's on the other side. You know, if I had 1 foot in the game and 1 foot out the game, I wouldn't have been able to see the mortgage industry, even though I had no idea that I would make the amount of money that I did in the mortgage industry. If I had 1 foot in the game and 1 foot out the game, there was no way I would have paid attention when somebody sat me down in 1999 to share with me Excel Communications. It wouldn't have happened. It wouldn't have happened. There's no way I would be still in the direct selling arena right now, having thousands of people on different teams, getting checks from companies that people don't even know I'm even in, you know, being able to coach different people, being able to be on different stages and help affiliate marketers, internet marketers, and network marketers overcome so many different things so they can have their breakthrough. So maybe it's your turn. Maybe it's just your turn, but you have to make that decision, not me. So with that being said, I appreciate you guys popping on here. I know you could have been anywhere in the world and you chose to hang out with me. Thank you for the likes, the shares, the emojis, the inbox messages, and all that good stuff. If this message resonates with you, or you feel like it might resonate with someone that's a friend of yours on Facebook or TikTok or Instagram or wherever, I would love if you hit that share button. With that being said, until the next time, God bless you all. And always remember, go out there and make somebody smile today. You already know why. Because they deserve it and so do you. Until the next time, deuces.